Good evening, everybody. Make sure we got audio. And we do. That's the start. All right. Good evening, everybody. Make sure we got audio. And we do. That's the start. All right. Let me get this set up the way I need it to be here. Make sure we got the monitor on. All right. So we are headed south, folks. We've got a risk for severe thunderstorms tonight, even a tornado risk in the Missouri boot heel and surrounding areas. Northeast Arkansas, like Jonesboro, Poplar Bluff, Missouri. We're live doing coverage in the Radar Omega app as well. Remember that we have lots of cyclone port cameras down in the area also. So if there's a tornado tonight in the Missouri boot heel, we'll definitely see it on a cyclone port. Where are we? We are Highway 67 south, about 100 miles north of Poplar Bluff. So believe me, we are moving quickly. Probably... I guess I won't talk about how quickly we're moving, but we are moving quickly because we have to get down there. There's a broken line of showers and storms that have been severe from time to time, but nothing severe right now. That will probably change. The tornado risk has gone up a little bit, so the Storm Prediction Center has upgraded to a slight risk for parts of northeast Arkansas, southeast Missouri, and then parts of northwest Tennessee, western Kentucky. You can see all that in your Radar Omega app. And it's going to be a ridiculous night. So we've got a severe weather risk tomorrow. We may have to go as far east as South Carolina. So this is going to really suck, and I'm going to complain a lot about this. I don't know, I'm not looking forward to this, but I have to be out here. I have to do this. This is kind of what I do. So I don't know if we might not even see anything tonight. There's always that possibility, but we're not going to screw around too much out here. What? No, they didn't. I just got word that they've gone enhanced for today. You gotta be kidding me. We may have had an upgrade to enhanced risk for severe weather for later today even also. Okay, and I just was advised it's not a joke, so they have gone enhanced. Alright, we'll get info on that shortly. So anyway, folks, we've got a pretty greater risk of severe weather later today in the southeast. So that means we've got about 5 seconds to screw around with this baby severe weather risk up here in the boot heel tonight. So we can't play around out here until 7 o'clock in the morning. We're gonna have to come out here. If it looks like we're gonna get a tornado or some good storms, we're gonna stay out here and screw around for a bit. But if it looks like it's gonna be a bust, we got to get the hell out of here and head east because we can't miss later today. Yeah, we've gone enhanced risk for later today. So we've got a slight risk up until 7 a.m. But the enhanced risk for later today is for Alabama and Georgia. And yeah, thank Brandon Kopic for that one. I thought he was full of it, but he's definitely not kidding. He just sent proof. So make sure we've got audio here still. Thank Brandon Kopic for that. Yeah. Okay. And again, we're sorting out some of the new audio. I have to adjust the microphone placement. I know that there's a slight rattle in this car at the center console that holds all the equipment. There's a rubber bushing that needs to go in it on one of the brackets, and I forgot to put that rubber bushing in, so occasionally it rattles, and the microphone with its current placement is picking that up. So I'm working on moving that, but regardless. So this is going to be, I don't know how we're going to do this. This could be a continuous stream. It's possible that we'll be live with no interruptions all the way until 7 o'clock this evening. That's definitely a possibility, but what I think is most likely we'll probably be live until about 3 or 4 a.m. Central Time, at which point I'll take a 20-minute nap, shut the stream down, and start driving east, and then we'll probably bring the stream back up around 9 a.m. So that's probably how it's going to go. Again, be sure that you are using that Radar Omega app today, because we have lots of cameras actually in the slight risk tonight. Butler and Stoddard counties have just a ridiculous amount of cyclone port cameras in them. Thank you, Sarah, for the super chat. Tornadoes and hail are the biggest threat tonight. Tornado cannot be ruled out. Later today, we've got a damaging wind threat and a tornado threat. Not much of a hail threat later in the southeast. But it's definitely something that I am closely monitoring. Just a reminder, folks, it's night, so I can't really monitor the chat very well, and I apologize for that, but that's just the nature of, eyes not being able to adjust properly to the brightness of the screen, so I apologize. We are about an hour and 10 minutes away from Poplar Bluff, which is our target area. May need to go a little bit farther south from there, but right now, it doesn't look. There's really not much happening, but the Storm Prediction Center thinks that things will invigorate a little bit later. What we'll probably do is we may end up going east out of Poplar Bluff, then end up just taking I-55. Somewhere. So I don't know, a lot of it's to be determined. I started this live stream probably a little bit earlier than I should have, but whatever, it is what it is. I'm over it. Yeah, thanks everybody for joining. Enjoy these middle of the night storm chases though, because nobody else is out. You got the road all to yourself, so you don't really have to worry about traffic. And I don't know, it's kind of cool because just a lot of people don't do it. Oh, it's dangerous. Well, yeah, so is chasing storms during the day. There's always get that lecture on social media. All these people that are sitting at home in bed like, oh, it's too dangerous to be out there, you're gonna get killed. It's like, yeah, well, you know what, driving into tornadoes is equally dangerous during the day. So I mean, like, I just think that's a stupid argument. Yes, it's dangerous because you can't see things, but it's also dangerous to drive into a tornado or a hurricane during the day. I mean, it's almost like they're saying, yeah, go ahead, be an idiot during the day, but don't be an idiot at night. I just don't get that. But yes, it is definitely more dangerous at night. But the first 3 years of my career pretty much was exclusively chasing at night. I did a lot of chasing down in the southeast, and a lot of stuff in the southeast is always after dark, just because of the time of year. In fact, like my first 10 tornadoes that I ever saw were all at night. It wasn't Believe it or not, it wasn't until 2019 that I actually saw a tornado during the day. I had seen plenty of them at night, but several, actually seen a couple photogenic ones in Mississippi and Louisiana, southeast Arkansas at night. We actually got some really good video with, you know, power flashes illuminating like wedge tornadoes and stuff. They're not on YouTube. It was before my YouTube career, but I do need to go back in my my backup hard drives and start posting those videos of you know, tornadoes from before I really became a YouTuber. But yeah, I didn't see my first tornado in the daylight ever until 2019. It was a total screw up. It was the McCook, Nebraska tornado. Well, tornadoes. It was like a family of tornadoes from one supercell. HRRR absolutely nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. And you know, I was forecasting a supercell near Colby, Kansas, to track over McCook. That's exactly what happened. I didn't even look at like surface obs. I just drove right to where the HRRR said there would be a tornado, and there was definitely a tornado. Ended up taking a really crappy road, and we got way behind, so I never saw the tornado from closer than like 10 miles away. And my camera took a crap, primarily because I dropped it while I was... So I got out of the car, like I drove the car into a ditch, ran out of the car, ran up on a hill, and I bashed the camera into a fence post, and then it stopped working. And I pulled out my iPhone, and at the time I had an iPhone 8. I think it was an iPhone 8 Plus, which is okay, but you know, that's basically the iPhone 6's camera, and it was garbage. Because I had to zoom way in, and it's like crap video, but it was definitely a rewarding day, because like I said, that was the first tornado I ever got that was in the daylight. And then we ended up with the that was the I think that was the one when it was in Kozad. The McCook tornado was the big like rope tornado. We got that one too, but that one I got on my actual camera. That one's actually good video. And then there was this, it was Stockton or Stockpile or Stockford or something down there. That was another tornado. I don't have that on any video except for the dash camera. That was, I was a wreck that day after I broke the camera. I couldn't get anything to work, but the dash camera did get it. But that was before my streaming days, so I really wasn't out there for anything other than recreation. And even if I didn't have a camera, I wouldn't have cared. I was still happy to see it, so. That was quite the day. You could thank Daniel Shaw for that, though. So I had a Jeep Grand Cherokee, and it was like the best car I ever had. And then a drunk driver wrecked it 4 days later, and I'm still ticked off about that. It had like 8,000 miles on it, and this drunk guy comes up behind me and just like hits me at a red light. Coincidentally, and I'll go ahead and admit this, you know, because whatever. I was at a red light, and I was stopped, and I was actually on my phone talking to Allstate because I was trying to up my car insurance because I didn't want a $1,000 deductible. I wanted a $250. Didn't want to screw around with that. And I'm on the phone with them, and the lady put me on hold, and I was ticked off, and I was on hold for like 20 minutes. And I remember I looked down at the steering wheel control to like end the call because I was trying to find the button on the steering wheel to end the thing. And I looked down. That's why I didn't see him in my rearview mirror. And this idiot just comes up behind me and like smacks the back corner of my car. And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And then he pushes me into another car, and I end up totaling that car. And then the cops showed up, and they're like, "Well, you're partially at fault. You rear-ended the guy in front of you." And I'm like, "Oh, the hell I am, buddy." Well, you gotta have more following distance behind you from the person in front. I'm like, dude, we were at a red light. I took that to court and got that dismissed, but I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me, dude. But yeah, I had that guy's insurance buy me a new vehicle. Let's put it that way. So it worked out really well. My insurance company went after his insurance company and absolutely slaughtered him with everything, because his insurance company tried to pull the same thing. They're like, well, it was a tort state, you know, this guy, you know, your driver was partially at fault for being in the roadway, and my insurance company's like, that is the biggest bunch of BS I've ever heard. Your driver was intoxicated. Like, Like, you're defending a drunk person right now. You're full of crap. So that's the story of how I got a new car. But anyway, that's what happened with that. And it really sucked because I spent like $2,500, and I didn't install any of the equipment because I didn't have time. You know, I was full-time in the ambulance company. I was managing it. I was the mechanic. I was doing all this crap. So I paid the company that I once worked for that upfits a lot of police vehicles, and I paid them $2,500, you know, to put a bunch of lights and radios and all this other crap in it. And then I go and it gets totaled. I'm just like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. Like, I was so ticked off. But anyway, yeah, that was quite the time. But anyway, I had this, back to the original thing, I had this Jeep Grand Cherokee, and it was great for, like, muddy roads. And Daniel Shaw saved me. I was going to go up a road that all these chasers were getting stuck on, and that's the only reason I saw the third tornado, is because he's on the radio, and he's like, well, this road is I remember he goes, this road is 4x4 recommended. And my response was, well, 4x4 recommended or required? Because there's a big difference there. His response was, quote, well, it looked recommended, but it's definitely required because I'm about to get stuck. I'm like, okay, so I didn't take that road. He didn't get stuck. He almost did. Everybody almost got stuck on that road. But I did not take that road, and I'm glad that he said something, or we would have missed that third tornado, because a bunch of chasers ended up getting stuck. It was a muddy road. And what had happened is an ambulance, I think that was Farmington or Farmville or something, whatever, down by McCook. They're all like dirt roads down there, except for Highway 17 that runs through McCook. And they had an ambulance go through there, and the ambulance got stuck. And then all the chasers got stuck behind the ambulance. So, and then some idiot in like a front-wheel drive Toyota Corolla tried to go around the ambulance, and he got stuck in the ditch. So it was a mess. But yeah, that was quite the time.
In half a mile, keep right to stay on US 67 South.
I do need to get that video up and kind of go back and sift through it and repost it.
Keep right to stay on US 67 South.
So that was an awesome day.
Continue on US 67 South for 79 miles.
No, David, I have never gotten stuck. I grew up on a farm. I just don't get stuck. I'm convinced that people that have grown up on farms and deal with like tractors and all this crap, we really don't get stuck. We might get slowed down, but you don't get stuck. That is the problem, though, with a lot of storm chasers, though. Like, a lot of these folks, they bring out their cars with bald tires, then they go down these mud roads, and then they get stuck, and then they wonder why. I'm like, well, you're driving a Corolla down a clay road in Texas. Like, what do you expect? Still watching radar, and nothing really interesting is happening, to be honest with you. We have to get gas up here shortly, but we're only about 80 miles, well, what are we, 70 miles now? I don't know, we are going quickly. Yeah, we are 75 miles away from Poplar Bluff. We are probably speeding. You should probably see what the speed limit is. But anyway, once we get down there, we will we'll reevaluate. But there's a cluster. We're probably going to meet this cluster of storms right as it comes through Poplar Bluff, and that might be it, folks. I'm not really excited about tonight's stream, but it's on the way. for us to get east tomorrow. So we're gonna have a stream for a couple of hours, probably another 2-3 hours tonight. Take a break and then probably be live again at 8 or 9 in the morning. Enhanced risk for severe storms, primarily wind later today. My friend Drew is going to be doing live coverage behind the desk with Radar Omega. So we'll be working with him. Move very quickly later to get east, though, that's for sure. We will have to move very quickly. Alright, audio is working well. That's good. Hoping that if you are watching with Radar Omega, you've noticed I don't have any weather data going into the app. I don't have the sensor mounted on the car yet. I am in the middle of building a bracket that will mount it to the car. A couple of people are like, oh, just put it on the roof. I'm like, that would look so stupid on this car. I've got a bracket bent out of some steel plate that will basically mount it. Well, I won't go into detail. It's hard to explain, but I just need to get it painted. We'll have some downtime over the after tomorrow. I'm going to try to get it painted or bed lined, one of the two, so it matches the car and get it mounted. So we're video and location only right now, but that will change. I can't believe we've got 370 people watching us. Good Lord. But yeah, folks, we are en route to the severe weather right now. That's not, well, nothing is severe just yet, I figure. Depending what we get, depending on how everything goes with the stream tonight, we may have to make a Best Buy run in the morning and purchase an iPad. I don't know, this thing is being a piece of junk. Prediction Center is expecting a possibility of some severe storms, maybe even a brief tornado in this area later today, or later this evening, maybe in the next hour or two. It looks like these storms are probably about 45 minutes or so from Poplar Bluff. They're south, they're moving over northern parts of Jonesboro right now. So we're going to be right on these storms' heels. We'll probably have to move east out of Poplar Bluff to keep up with them. We might not really see much tonight. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up. I'm hoping for at least a lightning show. We may get into some hail also. Maybe even break the windshield. I don't know. It's definitely a possibility. We're looking at mainly a hail and tornado risk tonight. But tomorrow is that big risk, and the enhanced risk for wind. Could see a tornado or two tomorrow as well. When I say tomorrow, I mean later today. From like 9 p.m. to 6 p.m. Or I'm sorry, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And that'll be in Alabama and Georgia. And thanks, Jim, for the super chat. No, I won't ever go to Safelite again. I have had them screw up 3 windshields of mine. One of them was screwed up so bad I had to actually stop and go back and get it fixed immediately. It was leaking air, and the windshield, if you pushed on it, it was like moving. It's like they didn't have the right... They didn't prep the surface for the windshield epoxy or the glue or whatever, the adhesive, and it wasn't sticking. But the Explorer the last car that they did in North Platte, I had that windshield put on in July, and it's been leaking water ever since, just horribly. And they won't warranty it. They're like, well, how do you know it's leaking from the windshield? I'm like, because I ripped the headliner down and I could see the water coming into the car wash. They're like, well, that might not be from the windshield. I'm like, how is it not? I'm literally watching the water run in from the windshield seam. And, you know, you pay $500 for a windshield when you can go to some, like, other, you know, mom and pop auto glass place and get it for half the price. I'll just Google auto glass or body shop. You're better off just going to a regular body shop. I mean, they can get the window glass just as quick as Safelite can. And they do a better job. I will never go there ever again. Ever. You know, that's the thing. It's not even a money thing. It's a time thing. Like, I don't have time for screw-ups. That's why I would get so sick. You know, you would take it to the car to a dealership, and they would they wouldn't fix the car right. And they're like, oh, we didn't fix that part because it's not bad yet, but it might be bad in, you know, 10,000 miles. It's like, dude, 10,000 miles for me is next week. Like, fix it now. Like, I don't understand what part of just fix everything these people don't get. But, like, there was a couple of times over the summer I'd take this thing to a Ford, or the last one, I'd take it to a Ford dealer, and I was like, I need everything and anything that's even marginally wrong fixed, because I don't have time to fix it. I said I put 100,000 miles a year on this car. Any little thing that is bad or could go wrong, I need fixed. They put sway bar links on it, and they hand me the keys back. 3 days later, it's making a banging sound, and I'm like, what the hell? I look under there, and one of the ball joints was missing the boot. I'm like, okay, seriously? And, you know, I took it to an alignment shop in, I think it was Grand Island, and they're like, yeah, you know, lower ball joint's bad. I'm like, yeah, no kidding. So I haven't put a control arm on it, and they put one control arm on it, and I told them, I said, put both control arms on it, and they put one control arm on it. I'm like, he's like, well, the other one wasn't bad. I'm like, I specifically asked you to put 2 on. I'm just like, you're kidding me. And guess what happens? About a month later, when the transmission goes out, I sent it down to Bob in Georgia, and I told him, I'm like, just put 2 new control arms on it. And he's like, yeah, one of these is cracked. I'm like, yeah, it's probably the one they didn't replace. It's just so incredibly frustrating because I just cannot afford to have the vehicle down. That's why I'm very picky with how it gets worked on, and that's why I really don't like Safelite, because they just don't, it's like the technicians just don't really care. You know, and I'm sure they're paid minimum wage or something, you know, so I get it, but I just can't afford to go back. Because like I said, I've had to return, you know, on 3 separate window jobs, and it's just really frustrating. I absolutely hate that, and sometimes it's unavoidable. You know, things happen, but most places, when you specifically say I have a credit card with a high limit, I'm willing to blow my entire credit card balance here today to fix my car. Usually they will fix every little thing, and then here they hand the keys back and like, yeah, you got some odd tire wear there, but you know, we threw a tie rod on it and we didn't check your alignment or anything. You should be good. It's like, no, it's not what I said to do. This is so frustrating. Especially when I used to be a mechanic. It's just like, come on. You know, and it's not, I mean, I could do all this stuff, but I just don't have the time to do it. There is a shop in town, though, at home that I'll take this car to, and he gets it. He understands what I'm doing, so... You know, we'll go to Bob, too, when we're in that area, and, you know, they fix everything, but the one in town, the guy that runs it's really good. He used to be the service manager at a Ford dealership, and he got screwed over by the owners, and he just went and started his own place, and he does a really nice job. He he's really booked up, and he usually doesn't even take like breakdowns and stuff because he just doesn't have time. But knowing that I need my car fixed right away, he usually just takes us anyway, like on the same day. Like he'll put other people aside to do it, which is really nice. And he doesn't charge us extra, so. Honestly, what I probably need to do is just learn how to do windshields, but I just don't have the patience. I've put like rear windows in, you know, and it's the same principle, but I just don't have the patience like to get everything lined up nicely. And you could save a lot of money if you could just cash and carry, you know, walk in somewhere and just get a windshield. Or hell, that was lightning. Or hell, even go into a junkyard and get a windshield for, you know, $50. I'd be fine with a used windshield and put it in yourself, but I just don't have the patience. I'm no good with body work. We got a gas station in a couple of minutes here. We'll stop. It's about to start raining, actually. We got a special weather statement now. Special weather statement farther south. So Poplar Bluff is under a special weather statement. Winds right now, special weather statement, it looks like. So I don't know if we're going to get anything out of these storms or not, but we'll give it a shot. Like I mentioned earlier, the main goal is to position for later today. So if we get anything tonight, it's just bonus at this point. A little sparse down here too, so we got to make sure we pick the right exits for all this. 50 degrees or so for a temperature.
In half a mile, turn left onto State Highway A. Right onto US 67 Business South.
For some reason I was thinking that we had to take an exit there. Okay. We've got to get gas.
US 67 Business South, then your destination will be on the right. Your destination is on the right.
Farmington reported a temperature of 53 degrees this hour. The dew point was 51, giving us a relative humidity of 93%. The wind was northeast at 6 miles.
Alright, I'm going to very quickly get fuel.
With a temperature of 52. It was cloudy in Sullivan with a temperature of 52. In Columbia, it was cloudy and the temperature was 47. Light rain was falling in Springfield, Missouri, with a temperature of 51. In Butler Bluff, it was cloudy at 57 degrees. It was cloudy in Cape Girardeau with 59 degrees. In Carbondale, Illinois, it was cloudy with 55 degrees. And in St. Louis, it was cloudy and the temperature was 52 degrees. Now here is the hazardous weather outlook for portions of eastern and central Missouri as well as west central and southwest Illinois. For tonight, there is a chance of thunderstorms late tonight across eastern Missouri and southern Illinois. A few storms in southeast Missouri may produce small hail. And now the extended outlook for the period Thursday through Tuesday. There is a lingering chance for thunderstorms early Thursday morning in eastern Missouri and southern Illinois.
Okay, we are getting gas right now.
Expected at this time. The current time is 12:25 a.m. Central Standard Time. This is NOAA Weather Radio WWD 49 Fredericktown, Missouri, broadcasting on 162.500 megahertz.
She got some thunder out here now.
Originates from the National Weather Service Forecast Office in St. Louis, Missouri, and serves parts of southeast Missouri. Tonight, cloudy.
Man, this gas pump be any slower.
Showers this evening, then showers and scattered thunderstorms after midnight. Lows in the upper 30s. Southeast winds around 5 miles per hour, becoming northeast after midnight. Chance of rain 90%. Thursday, cloudy. Numerous rain showers and scattered thunderstorms in the morning, then scattered rain showers in the afternoon. Much cooler with winds in the upper 40s. Northwest winds 15 to 20
Poplar Bluff's getting a decent storm right now. It's not severe or anything though.
At 6 miles an hour. It was cloudy in Rolla with a temperature of 52. It was cloudy in Sullivan with a temperature of 52. In Columbia, it was cloudy and the temperature was 47. Light rain was falling in Springfield, Missouri with a temperature of 51. In Poplar Bluff, it was cloudy and 57 degrees. It was cloudy in Cape Girardeau.
So we're probably going to end up having, I don't know, we might end up having to come in from the west side of these storms.
Head west on State Highway 8 toward US 67 North, then turn left onto US 67 South. Continue for 56 miles.
Back south. Yeah, we'll go down to Poplar Bluff and then head towards Sykeston. Probably a pretty safe bet. Showing up on my map. This guy keeps like this riding my blind spot now. It's really starting to tick me off. This guy's like left of center and he like will not get off my bumper and like, he keeps pushing me over onto the paint. It's kind of driving me nuts here, so I don't know what his deal is. Anyway, let's see here. I don't know if I've got it. Maybe I just don't have it enabled. I don't see it on my map. Oh, that's why. I had lightning turned off. Okay, well, lightning's on. So yeah, we are picking up the lightning on Radar Omega now as well. Guy finally backed off. And it's done raining. Okay then. storms are going over Poplar Bluff right now. There's a lot of Radar Omega cyclone port cameras in that area. Maybe of your interest as well if you're watching with the app to check those out. Today is going to be the big story, though. Or later today, anyway. Whatever, tomorrow, today, whatever. But late today, should have a pretty robust line of storms, I think. Should move across Alabama and Georgia, so we'll definitely be out. Like I said, we will mess around just a little bit with these down here once we get on them. Probably about a half hour we should be on these storms. We'll mess around with them for a little while and then we're going to start heading east. Don't want to be late. Time that I started a stream at 11 o'clock at night was, well, no, that was 1 o'clock in the morning, but I think the last time that we did a stream that was focused primarily basically from the midnight hour, you know, focused right in the middle of the night, you know, like midnight, 1, 2, 3 a.m. was way back in March. Started in Louisiana at 1 o'clock a.m. Central for an overnight threat down there. I think we actually ended up ending the chase in the Florida Panhandle that day. So I think that was actually the last time. So it's been a while since we've had a stream that's been solely, you know, focused basically in the middle of the night. Just becoming one big cluster of storms between Poplar Bluff and Paragould. drive gets old. It's kind of a boring drive when you've made it 15 times, you know, in the past 2 weeks, it seems like. Some of the kind of the overshooting or the, like, I don't know, kind of stratiform precipitation that's to the north of these storms right now. But there's a pretty big cluster with a lot of lightning, basically from Paragold all the way up to Poplar Bluff, moving to the northeast. So once we get to Poplar Bluff, that storm should be just east of there. So we'll continue east on that road. I think it's like 80 or whatever highway it is. It doesn't matter. But we'll continue east on a Poplar Bluff and should be able to keep on this for a while. Head into Sykeston. Should catch it then. Special weather statements right now. I don't see any serious thunderstorm warnings or anything. Yeah, could change. sitting right at 50 degrees. Definitely should start seeing some more lightning here soon. Discussion got issued. Don't really have the details on it quite yet. Will shortly. Let's see, watch possible. Few storms may produce hail over 1 inch tonight. Northeast Arkansas, southeast Missouri, and northwest Tennessee, western tip of Kentucky. So just continue. They're considering a severe thunderstorm watch for this area right now. They're probably primarily monitoring to see what happens with these storms. If they start strengthening, I'm sure they'll issue one, otherwise they might hold off. So about an hour from the Arkansas border. About 20 minutes from Poplar Bluff, so I'd say we are now about a half an hour from being on these storms. couple of quiet days for sure after tomorrow, though. Time though, you know, it makes it a lot easier when there's no traffic on the road. I kind of prefer to drive at night, mainly for this reason, to be honest with you. Remember what time I left home. I think it was right about 5 o'clock. Pretty sure it was right about 5 o'clock or so, Central Time. highway flashers on so I see you, or what? Like, that's kind of weird. Okay. There's some good lighting. About time. Definitely an AT&T dead zone right here. No updated radar or chat or anything right now. So AT&T is we're in an AT&T dead zone.
sorry about that name. I'll be tonight.
At 12:32 a.m., Doppler radar was tracking strong thunderstorm over Dudley, or just west of Dexter, moving northeast at 60 miles per hour. Hazard, winds in excess of 40 miles per hour and half-inch hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. Impact, gusty winds could knock down trimmings and blow around unsecured objects. The strong thunderstorm will be near Dexter around 12:40 a.m. Bloomfield and Essex about 12:45 a.m. Other locations in the path of the storm include Bell City, Haywood City, Warren, Morley, and Benton. This includes Interstate 55 between mile marker 69 and 81. If outdoors, consider seeking shelter inside a building. Frequent cloud-to-ground lightning is occurring with this storm. Lightning can strike 10 miles away from a thunderstorm. Seek a safe shelter inside a building or vehicle. The storm intensified, so be certain to monitor local radio stations and available television stations for additional information and possible warnings from the National Weather Service. Looking at the latest weather maps, widespread rain
Alright, so special weather statements on these storms here just to our east. Once we get to town here, we'll just start heading east. So we'll be on these storms here in just a matter of a few minutes. We're actually kind of right underneath the backside of them. So I'd say we successfully have made it to the storms. I don't know how much longer they're going to remain the way they are. I mean, they're kind of almost look like they might be weakening a little bit. We'll see what happens. Give them a couple of minutes, see if they organize or not. right now. like this might end up being kind of a bust tonight. I mean, this cluster could go severe here as it approaches the river. So we'll keep an eye on it regardless, but I don't know. At least we're going to get some more lightning. As we start heading to the east, we should be facing where all the lightning is coming from, so we'll get some of that on camera. Sign is mad at us. Not too worried about it. Thanks everybody for watching though, and of course everybody who hits the like button. That's a free way to support the stream, as well as our PayPal contributors, our super chatters, and our channel members. You guys all make this possible, so thank you again. The storm looks kind of like crap on radar, to be honest with you. Once we get out of the east here, Highway 60. Once we get headed east, we're gonna should get a good lightning show. If this thing goes severe warrant, so be it. But I don't know. It's not looking very likely. But I'm glad we're out here regardless, because this is on our way to the bigger show later today. We'll talk more about that before the stream ends, though. We'll go into a little bit more detail about later today and the enhanced risk for severe weather, including maybe a tornado or two before the stream gets shut down. And that'll be a little while here yet. Headed east. I think they actually dropped that special weather statement too. So we'll take this road east to Sykeston and see if we come across anything. Driving right under the worst part of the storm here in a couple of moments. looking like we're gonna be finding too much. The storm's definitely weakening. Let's switch radar sights here.
They also stated they had issues with the now being able to run away in the past and get going for the board.
its severe warning.
The National Weather Service in Paducah has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Pulaski County, Illinois, southern Alexander County, Illinois, southwestern Falmouth County, Kentucky, northern Mississippi County, Missouri, Scott County, Missouri, northeastern New Madrid County, Missouri, until 2:15 a.m. At 1:25 a.m., severe thunderstorms were located along the line extending from near Morley to near Matthews, moving northeast at 75 miles per hour.
Jesus.
Expected hazards include 60 miles per hour with gusts and nickel-sized hail. Severe weather has been confirmed by train spotters. The Malden, Missouri airport reported winds to 60 miles per hour as these storms passed. The following impacts are expected. Expect damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Severe thunderstorms will be near Benton around 1:30 a.m. East Prairie around 1:35 a.m. Charleston, Anniston, Olive Ridge, and Horseshoe Lake Conservation Area around 1:40 a.m. Mountains, Thames and Wyatt around 1:45 a.m. Other locations in the path of these severe thunderstorms include Carroll. This includes the following highways: Interstate 57 in Illinois between mile markers 1 and 14. Interstate 57 in Missouri between mile markers 1 and 21. Interstate 55 between mile markers 55 and 85. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 2:15 a.m. for the following counties in Missouri, Mississippi, New Madrid and Scott, and the following counties in Illinois, Alexander and Pulaski, and Ballard, Kentucky. The National Weather Service in Paducah has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Pulaski County, Illinois, southern Alexander County, Illinois, southwestern Falmouth County, Kentucky, northern Mississippi County, Missouri, Scott County, Missouri, northeastern New Madrid County, Missouri, until 2:15 a.m. At 1:25 a.m., severe thunderstorms will...
Alright, so they did warn this storm for 60 mile an hour winds, but it's moving at 75 miles per hour, so we will never catch the storm. That is one of the quickest moving storms that you can get. But we'll hang out behind this storm for a little while yet and deal with the lightning show. Once we get to Sykeston, we'll probably... Once we get to Sykeston, we'll start heading east, but we'll deal with that once we get there. But we're really not that far behind this storm, probably only about 15 miles or so. But with it moving at 75 miles per hour now, it's definitely a little bit elevated. It's not surface-based. If it was more surface-based, it'd probably be moving quite a bit slower. Got a little bit of re-intensification now, pretty much right over top of us. So we might get an uptick in lightning activity right here shortly. So the night's not over. Came down I-55. Oh well. storm's actually warned in Illinois even. But I didn't realize that storm motions were going to be 75 miles an hour on these. If I would have known that, we would have just came down 55. But that's okay. Storm cell that's coming up basically right over top of us is intensifying, so we'll see if we get anything out of it. Need to watch what's coming over us right now here. We're in the Dexter area. Keep an eye on this little cell coming up right through here. Actually just down here in this town like maybe a month ago. There's a there should be a stationary cyclone port camera up here that we were actually doing maintenance on. Yeah, if you're looking on Radar Omega down here in the southeast Missouri, you'll find a bunch of cyclone port cameras. Dexter camera. If that thing's pointing to the north, which I think it is, I think we actually will see that, like, on stream, maybe, on that camera. I'm not sure. Damn near in Illinois already. It's just moving 75 miles an hour. It doesn't take it long, that's for sure.
Headache. Yeah, we're bringing up hot. Strengthening cell that I was talking about is coming right over top of us now. Pretty heavy now. Harder than it was earlier.
get to 55, we'll determine the best plan here. It might actually be best to go through Paducah. Paducah to Nashville. Maybe. Once we get to 55 here, we'll determine if we want to go toward Birmingham or more toward Atlanta. Christ, it is getting extremely windy out here all of a sudden. Actually getting pushed around quite a bit, so just issued a special weather statement on the backside of this too. What if we got like a little bit of a wake low type thing going on? Weird. Actually raining really hard now compared to earlier. Holy cow. Actually kind of surprised how much rain we're getting out of this. The radar echoes aren't that great. continued that severe thunderstorm warning farther across into Illinois, it looks like. Illinois and Kentucky. Yeah, they continued that severe thunderstorm warning farther across. That storm is moving really, really fast. Extremely windy out here now. I wish we had the anemometer. I'd stop and check. We probably got some surface wind interactions going on here since this main line has gone through. Now we've got the secondary line forming south, probably kind of creating some surface wind fields, but it's extremely gusty out here. It's kind of not even fighting it, just kind of letting it push the car around because I don't want to hydroplane. South, probably kind of creating some surface wind. Kind of best to just not fight it. Seriously, just a ton of water on the road. Like, it doesn't seem like it's raining that hard on the camera, because I'm looking through the viewfinder right now, but it's really, the LCD screen, but it's really just dumping rain. It's like a really fine raindrops. Jesus.
Missouri, with a temperature of 49. In Poplar Bluff, a thunderstorm was reported at 58.
Probably best to head to Birmingham. Get up here to 55 and take a quick look at radar. Got some storms coming up from the south now too. Have to get in position for that cell to our south somehow. Head east, we can always backtrack, but we'll end up probably going toward Birmingham. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a severe thunderstorm warning just to our south, so that's why I want to get east. The storm is moving toward us from the southwest. Southwest to northeast movement. It's just off to the right of the screen. It's pretty much due south of us, just south of Sykeston, crossing 55, and it's also moving at like 70 miles an hour. So if we can get east quick enough, we can probably get some eyes on that. So definitely need to do that. west of Union City.
And rain with a chance of thunderstorms after midnight. Television stations for additional information and possible warnings from the National Weather Service. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for the Cape area tonight. Humidity of 96%. Northwest winds 15 to 20 miles an hour with gusts up to 35 miles an hour. Chance of rain 50%. Thursday night, mostly low in the upper 20s. Northwest winds 10 to 15 miles an hour.
Yeah, we're probably gonna get a severe thunderstorm warning any minute just to our south. Pretty good Boeing segment coming up through Union City. Should be able to catch it. You know, it's moving at 70, we're moving at 75, so I'm hoping that we'll be able to cut it off right as it comes up through the western tip of Kentucky there. Just gonna head toward Paducah. Probably catch it on the Missouri-Kentucky line. Passing the Walmart in Sykes then, it looks like. Yeah, they want tornado warn to our north. I'm not sure why.
A tornado warning has been issued until 2:30 a.m. for the following counties in Illinois: Alexander and Pulaski and Ballard, Kentucky. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for the Cape area tonight.
I mean, yeah, there's some, that's tornado warning that's just in the southern tip of Illinois there. Doesn't look too impressive, but I see why they warned it now. Got one hell of a Boeing segment just to our south though, folks. I'm really interested in that.
Airport in West Paducah. This includes the following highways: Interstate 57 in Illinois between mile markers 1 and 14. Interstate 57 in Missouri between mile markers 19 and 21. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 2:30 a.m. for the following counties: Mississippi, Missouri, and the following counties in Illinois: Alexander, Massac, and Pulaski, and the following counties in Kentucky: Ballard, Carlisle, and McCracken. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 2:15 a.m. for southwestern Pulaski, southern Alexander, southwestern Ballard, northern Mississippi, eastern Scott, and northeastern New Madrid counties. At 1:40 a.m., severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from Olive Branch to near Anniston, moving northeast at 70 severe weather has been confirmed by train spotters. Strong winds were reported in Sikeston as the storm moved through airland packed. Expect damage to roofs, siding, and trees. These severe storms will be near Thames around 1:45 a.m. Other locations in the path of these severe thunderstorms include Carroll. This includes the following highways: Interstate 57 in Illinois between mile markers 1 and 14. Interstate 57 in Missouri between mile markers 2 and 21. Interstate 55 between mile markers 74 and 85. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 2:15 a.m. for the following counties: in Missouri, Mississippi, New Madrid and Scott, and the following counties: in Illinois, Alexander and Pulaski, and Ballard, Kentucky. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for the southeast Missouri area. Tonight, mostly cloudy. A chance of rain until midnight, then rain with a chance of thunderstorms after midnight. Lows in the lower...
Yeah, this is what I figured. Right around 2 a.m. I thought things were going to start heating up, and here it is. Right around 2 a.m.
Mostly cloudy with a chance of rain. A chance of thunderstorms, mainly in the morning. Highs in the late 50s. Temperature falling into the 40s in the afternoon. Northwest winds 15 to 20 miles an hour with gusts up to 35 miles an hour. Chance of rain 50%. Upper 20s. The National Weather Service in Paducah has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Fulton County, Kentucky, southeastern Carlisle County, Kentucky, Hickman County, Kentucky, southwestern Graves County, Kentucky, southeastern Mississippi County, Missouri, east central New Madrid County, Missouri, until 2:45 a.m. At 2 a.m., severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Hunter-Dawson State Historic Site to near Obion, moving east at 65 miles per hour. Expected hazards include 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Severe thunderstorms will be near Big Oak Tree State Park around 2:05 a.m. Tolasaji State Historic Site at Dorna around 2:10 a.m. Clinton around 2:20 a.m. Other locations in the path of these severe thunderstorms include Fulton. This includes Interstate 69 in Kentucky between mile markers 1 and 14. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 2:45 a.m. for the following counties: in Missouri, Mississippi, and New Madrid, and the following counties: in Kentucky, Carlisle, Fulton, Graves, and Hickman.
Okay, so they just issued a severe thunderstorm warning for the storm that's just to our south that I was talking about. Big Boeing segment. We should be able to cut that off and actually get eyes on that probably in about 20 minutes or so. Not exactly sure where, but I'm working on that right now.
The severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Scott and northeastern New Madrid counties is canceled. The storms which prompted the warning have moved out of the warned area. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. A severe thunderstorm watch remains in effect until 5 a.m. for southern Illinois and western Kentucky. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 2:15 a.m. for southwestern Pulaski, south rural areas of southwestern Pulaski, southeastern Alexander, southwestern Ballard, and northeastern Mississippi counties, including the following locations: Wilson City and Pulaski. This includes the following highways: Interstate 57 in Illinois between mile markers 1 and 14. Interstate 57 in Missouri between mile markers 18 and 21. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 2:15 a.m. for the following county: Mississippi, Missouri, and the following counties in Illinois: Alexander and Pulaski, and Ballard, Kentucky.
We're about to go through Charleston, and we got to go up through like the Cairo area to cross the river, and we'll be able to head toward probably head toward Mayfield. Be in Kentucky here shortly. Due north of this Boeing segment here. Moving at about the same speed, well, just a little bit faster. It's moving about 65, so we're able to go a little faster to keep up with it. Continuing those tornado warnings up there in Illinois.
Martin Luther King Jr. Day moved out of the area. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. The tornado warning continues for part of eastern Pulaski and northwestern Ballard for a different storm. A severe thunderstorm watch remains in effect until 5 a.m. for southern Illinois and western Kentucky. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast. In northwestern Kentucky, a chance of rain in the morning, and rain likely in the afternoon. Highs in the upper 50s. Chance of rain 60%. The forecast for the southeast Missouri area for the rest of tonight. Showers and a chance of thunderstorms.
May head toward Paducah, may head toward Mayfield. Not entirely sure just yet. Cross the river and figure it out. I'm trying to see if the storm's going to move more due east or more northeast.
In 2 miles, take exit 12 toward US 60 east, US 62 east.
Until 2:30 a.m. At 1:45 a.m., severe thunderstorms were located from just west of Cairo to just west of Wycliffe, moving northeast at 6. The severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Pulaski, southeastern Alexander, southwestern Ballard, and northeastern Mississippi counties will expire at 2:15 a.m. The storms which prompted the warning have moved out of the area. Therefore, the warning will be allowed to expire. A severe thunderstorm watch remains in effect until 5 a.m. for southern Illinois and western Kentucky. Repeating, the severe thunderstorm warning has been allowed to expire for the following county: Mississippi, Missouri, and the following counties in Illinois: Alexander and Pulaski, and Ballard, Kentucky. The National Weather Service in Paducah has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for central Pulaski County, Illinois, northwestern County, Illinois, southeastern Alexander County, Illinois, northern Colorado
US 62
thunderstorms
east.
include Love Center, Lovelessville, Barkley Regional Airport, and West Paducah. This includes the following highways: Interstate 57 in Illinois between mile markers
Continue
1
on
and
US 60
14.
east for 12 miles.
Interstate 57 in Missouri between mile markers 19 and 21. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 2:30 a.m. for the following county: Mississippi, Missouri,
Copy, show that you just told by the service.
in Illinois, Alexander, Massac, and Pulaski, in the following
3612 back in service,
counties:
210.
Ballard, Carlisle, and McCracken. The National Weather Service in Paducah has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for
Be careful through here.
southeastern Carlisle County.
That previous severe thunderstorm went through here, and just don't want to run into a tree or anything down on the road. I've done that before. It sucks.
Central New Patrick County, Missouri, until 2:45 a.m. At 2 a.m., severe thunderstorms were located along the line extending from near Hunter Dawson State Historic Site to Shoreline, moving at 65 miles per hour. Expected hazards include 60 miles per hour with gusts at quarter size.
Now we're getting lightning. Jesus.
This is a radar-indicated threat.
Yeah. Slowpoke here doing 40 in the 55, so he's going to get past.
Is expected. Expect little damage to roofs.
Doesn't even have any tail lights on his truck.
Severe thunderstorms will be near Big Oak Tree State Park around 2:05 a.m. Tulasachi State Historic Site employed around 10 a.m. Trenton around 2:20 a.m. Other locations in the path of these severe thunderstorms include Fulton. This includes Interstate 69 in Kentucky between mile markers 1 and 14. Repeating,
A lot of severe, like 2 severe warnings and a tornado warning. That tornado warning is just north of Metropolis, northwest of Paducah, Kentucky. It's just radar indicated. It's not on the ground or anything. Severe thunderstorm warning to our south. This is the one we're going after. Severe thunderstorm warning to our south. Like I said, we probably want to head toward. We want to head toward either Paducah or Mayfield. I just gotta wait and see which direction this thing's really going. take a, once we get up to the river here, we'll take a due east, one of these due east state roads, or just southeast, or county roads, whatever they are, it doesn't matter. And this storm should pretty much come to us, it's moving northeast.
Mississippi counties. At 2:15 a.m., severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from 6 miles northeast of Tulasati State Historic Site near Union City, moving northeast at 65 miles per hour. Hazard 60 miles per hour with gusts to quarter-sized hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. These severe storms will be near Fulton around 2:20 a.m. This includes Interstate 69 in Kentucky between mile markers 1 and 14. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 2:45 a.m. for the following county: Mississippi, Missouri, and the following.
This is a storm to be on right here. Could be pretty intense winds with that Boeing segment. Just in time, that's for sure. Not a minute too early. That's for damn sure. This is on Radar Omega. It's showing a pretty intense Boeing segment here, coming up to Highway 51 right now, southwest of Mayfield, Kentucky. Just crossed the river a few moments ago. Yeah, a lot of lightning. Lightning's increasing, that's for sure. We're about to cross the river. I go west on 286 up here, I think. Joining me though, everybody. We are still live in the Radar Omega app as well if you want to follow the radar. Be entering a dead zone. we gotta do this weird little loop here to get up to the river crossing. So we kind of gotta go north for a minute.
Temperature falling into the 40s UAM. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 3 a.m. for east central Hardin, Grenadine, southeastern Union, and northwestern West.
Yeah, this bridge is kind of quite the sight to see here.
Thunderstorm was located over mainly rural areas.
Kind of pathetic.
Moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. Hazard, ping pong ball size hail at 60 miles per hour gusts. This is a radar indicated threat. Impact, people and animals outdoors will be injured. Expect hail.
Bridge is in awfully rough shape here. The deck is.
Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Sturgis, Clay, Morganfield, and Breckenridge Center. Repeating, a severe
Welcome to Illinois.
warning remains in effect until 3 a.m.
Is this really Illinois? No kidding.
Illinois and the following counties:
Not for long though.
Union and Webster. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast.
I thought this went right to Kentucky, but no, it goes to Illinois, and then you got to drive through Illinois for like, what, 2 miles, then it's Kentucky or something.
Lows around 50. Northeast winds around 5 miles an hour. Chance of rain near 100%. Thursday, cloudy with a chance of thunderstorms. Showers likely, mainly in the morning.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto US 51 South, US 60 East.
Northwest winds 15 to 20 miles an hour with gusts to 35 miles an hour. Chance of rain 70%. Thursday.
Turn somewhere here.
Winds blows in the upper 20s.
This one?
Northwest winds 10 to 15 miles
No,
an hour
up
with
there.
gusts up to 30
That's a
miles
park.
an hour. Friday, cloudy in the morning, then becoming partly sunny. Highs in the mid.
Take the next right onto US 51 South, US 60 East.
Hour with gusts up to
Well done, Grady.
Friday night.
603, 220.
Continue on US 51 South for 5 miles.
Lows in the lower.
Yeah, now I guess we're back in Kentucky again, so.
Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Saturday, sunny. Highs in the lower 40s.
As a quick visit to Illinois, I guess.
Cloudy until midnight, then becoming mostly cloudy. Lows around 30. Sunday, partly sunny. Highs in the lower 50s. Sunday night, mostly cloudy. A chance of rain after midnight.
Welcome to Kentucky.
Steady temperature in the mid-40s. Tonight, partly. Thunderstorms were located along extending from 6 miles northeast of Osage State Historic Site near Union City, moving northeast at 65 miles per hour. Hazard 60 miles per hour with gusts and quarter-size hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. These severe storms will be near Fulton around 2:20 a.m. This includes Interstate 69 in Kentucky between mile markers 1 and 14. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 2:45 a.m. for the following county.
Alright, so this storm is right on top of us, so we've made it. So any minute now, conditions are going to go downhill.
Fulton, Graves, and Hickman.
The radar shows it pretty much right over
The
us.
tornado warning for northwestern Massac and southeastern Johnson counties is canceled. The storm which prompted the warning has weakened below severe limits and no longer appears capable of producing a tornado. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. A severe thunderstorm watch remains in effect until 5 a.m. for southern Illinois. The severe thunderstorm warning for east central West.
Significant amount of lightning now. really windy here shortly. Coming into Wycliffe right now, I guess.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto 4th Street. Turn right onto 4th Street. In a quarter mile, turn left onto Kentucky 121 South, Court Street.
Surprised.
Take the second left onto Kentucky 121 South, Court Street. Continue on Kentucky 121 South for 30 miles.
Take me out. Give you everybody. That dude's going with one. I just had to take me out 229.
Wow, it's pouring rain now. damn thing either. We'll be going through Paducah. Let's take a slightly different route up here. We're going to start heading toward Birmingham. They dropped the severe thunderstorm warning on this storm. It's kind of fell apart again. I'll keep the stream active for a little bit though until we get out of this. Probably going to be under this storm for a while, so if it re-intensifies, we'll be ready. Barely see out here, it's raining so hard. hard out here.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Kentucky 802 North, New York Road.
This is gonna put us back on track to go through Paducah, and then we'll go through,
Take the next
I don't know,
left
Tennessee
onto
and get down to
Kentucky 802
Birmingham
North, New York
eventually.
Road.
Somehow.
Continue on Kentucky 802 North for 3/4 of a mile.
Oh, what the hell kind of road is this?
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Blandville Road.
Blandville. Okay.
There was a thunderstorm at Paducah.
Wow, this is quite the detour here.
Winds were southeast at 8 miles per
I
hour.
wonder how many people drive right off the edge of that road. My God.
Take the next right onto Blandville Road.
Blandville. Never been here before. Here again either.
Feet at the traffic circle to Kentucky 1837 Blandville Road. Exit the traffic circle onto Kentucky 1830. Continue on.
Gotta deal with this for a couple of more miles and then we're in the clear. But this is a road you gotta pay attention. Pay attention to this road. It just goes all over the place. Just a few miles more and then we're out of this, finally. Be glad to get the heck off of this road. The paint is worn off of it and you just can't see where it's going, especially with the rain. 62, it looks like. Then we'll head into Paducah and then start heading southeast.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto US 62 East.
Looks like our severe thunderstorm warning is gone on this storm.
Take the next left onto US 62 East, then turn right to stay on US 62 East. Turn right to stay on US 62 East. Continue on US 62 East for 4 miles.
Alright, well once we get to Paducah, we may end the stream, but we'll keep this up for just a little bit. But we're going to probably start thinking about giving the stream a break here for a couple of hours. Thank you, Teresa. God, we've got to get out of this rain. This is just getting old. rain's not letting up anytime soon. Alright, so we'll stream for another, 20 minutes or so, and then we'll call it a morning until later on. But once we get to Paducah, I'll kind of give you a rundown of what we expect for the rest of the day.
62 east for 9 miles.
I can't see anything out here. This is ridiculous. I don't know if I got a film on the inside of the windshield or what, but I'm having a hell of a time seeing anything. Alright everybody, I actually just shut my, I shut the screen on my tablet off because it's like blinding the hell out of me, so. I will actually look at radar here in a minute or two. And I'll scroll through the chat and answer any questions. But right now it's just, everything is glaring off the windshield in here. I don't know if there's fog on it or what. But I will look at radar and figure out a game plan here in a few minutes. Coming into the Paducah area right about now. We're actually really close to the Paducah radar site. everybody. Once we get a little bit out of this rain here, which we should in a minute, I'll let you know what the plan is. Alright, in 1 mile, I'll give you the update here. Stop for a minute. Maybe. Car. There's park. Alright, I'll show you the plan here in a second. I'm gonna switch the cameras over, so give me one moment. Boy, that's really gonna glare, isn't it? We'll wait. Make sure that this up. All right, it's updating. Good. And we're pulling audio. Wait. Okay. So here's Radar Omega on screen. The blue dot is us. This is just a mesoscale discussion. They did issue a severe thunderstorm watch, I guess, until 5 a.m., which is this yellow box, orange box. A couple of severe thunderstorm warnings up here. If you're watching in Radar Omega, this probably looks really weird because you're seeing Radar Omega in Radar Omega. So I think this is going out over the app stream as well. Let me see if it is or not. No, it's not. Okay. So we've got these couple of cells here: Evansville, Henderson, all northwest of Madisonville. Those are going to continue off to the northeast tonight. Lots of lightning with them. And then we've got this line right here. That line is the one that we're getting rain from right now. That's probably going to be severe warned on and off for a while. Looks like maybe some strengthening. Maybe some strengthening right here on this sharper gradient west of Mayfield. Again, we are right here in Paducah. So our plan is to take this route here. We'll go down, I believe, 69, 59, whatever this is. We'll go to Nashville. Once we get to Nashville, we're going to drop south toward Huntsville and Montgomery. Give this map a second to populate. Mobile data connection's kind of crappy right here. There we go. So the area of interest is this darker circle. That's the enhanced risk. You can see we're way up here, but we're not too far. We're about, I think it's 5.5, maybe 6 hours from Birmingham. So we're going to head to Birmingham and then head east. I'm going to show you the model real quick of the HRRR. We'll let it load up here. There we are. Still raining quite a bit out here. Alright, have we loaded? Yes, we have. So this is HRRR. This is feature radar. So 6 hours. So this is Wednesday. This is this morning at 7 a.m. Our this band of showers and storms is now moving out, but as you can see, hold on, let me try turning off some layers here. As you can see, we've got the beginnings of our squall line back here in Mississippi, and this is 7 a.m. on Thursday. And by noon on Thursday, it's already swept through Birmingham, but we've got a solid line from New Orleans and Mobile all the way up to Knoxville. Maybe some showers and storms on the back end, but this could be a big squall line all the way from West Virginia all the way down here. But the most severe part should be Birmingham, Atlanta, and surrounding areas. I think this will start pushing through the Atlanta metro area right around 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern. And then eventually move out of the area and start falling apart by 9 p.m. and it'll actually be all the way out of here by 2 a.m. So I think we're going to need to be in Birmingham for sure by 10 a.m. We're going to plan on 8:30 or 9 a.m. if possible, which I think is doable because we've only got about a 5-hour drive. Yeah, we can do it, so we should be all right. So I'm going to flip back to the main camera here real quick now. Maybe. Okay, so alright, so that's the plan, folks. I'm going to start heading that way. I am going to end the stream so our moderators and admins and everything can have a break. Give me a little bit of a break as well. We have been streaming for, I don't know actually, how long have we been streaming? Only about 3.5 hours. Okay, so thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for our super chatters. our new channel members. I will go through and look at our new channel members and our super chatters here probably at the end of the day later today. But we've got an enhanced risk for severe storms, so I would expect a live stream probably by 10 or 11 a.m. at the latest, maybe even sooner. I'm in Paducah right now, and I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. We will be back in a little bit, a couple of hours, for more severe weather. Remember, you can follow along in the Radar Omega app. If any tornado warnings do get issued, though, I will put those out on Twitter. And you can find links to my Twitter on our website, seethestorm.com. It's also pinned in the chat comments. So take care, everybody. Have a great night, and thank you so much for all the support. I really appreciate it. Let me see here. Let me look at one more thing. All right, take care, everybody, and see you a little bit later.